Just want to say, I just saw one of our prominent supporters, Bobby McPherson, still here. Normally halfway through anything Nairn County related, he's buggered off to Uncle Bob, so we're delighted to still see Bobby in the house. The defence that we announced earlier, it was one of the most closely fought in the votes. There was 1 or 2 votes between each position. The midfield was exactly the same. The strikers was a bit more clear-cut. So I just want to hand back over to Ian and just say a big thank you to everyone for all their votes.
Thank you, Graham. The second Oscar envelope of this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, many wonderful midfield players have graced the county shirt for the last 100 years. And our nominations for the 4 midfield berths are Arthur Nicholl, John Bowie, Archie Hay, Jimmy Ewing, Alex Bowman, Chick Allen, Ian Gibson, Stan Brown, Peter Robertson, Ronnie Sharp, Maurice McMillan, Gary Farker, David McRae, Stephen Mackay, and Wayne McIntosh. Your appreciation please for our midfield nominations. The first midfielder in your group of 4 played for the club from 1971 until 1975 before embarking on a top-level career with Aberdeen and Kilmarnock. Now residing in Australia, I was here recently at the book launch. Please put your hands together, please, for Ian Gibson. I'm not sure if either brother David or Neil amongst us this afternoon to collect a silver. I haven't seen either. And he has made his way back just a little bit early. Hello there. Young man. This could be the team of the next century. Look, there we have it. I'm sure they're having a super afternoon. Give it up once again, please, to the first man in the midfield for Ian Gibson. And the next selection in your team of the century midfield is an individual who also played at the back during over a decade as a Nairn County player before he became manager for 5 years in 1999. One of those natural talents to come out of Nairn over the last 100 years is of course Ronnie Sharp. Now Sharpie, it all here spells as player, wonderful player, midfielder, and also at the back one of the most cultured left pegs going, and also a spell as player manager. Happy memories from your times at the county?
Some of them, I don't remember a lot of them. No, excellent, can't fault that at all. Played under some very good managers, including myself. But no, thoroughly enjoyed it. Every time.
Some of the players you played alongside, Sharpie, none as good as yourself, obviously, from what you've just told us about your management.
did I play with? Age of 16, right the way through from Stevie Patterson, John McGinley, all the way through to Mo McMillan, he's here, Derek May, a lot of boys. I thoroughly enjoyed playing with everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie Sharp. Alongside Sharpie in the middle of the park is a hard tackling, attacking powerhouse. He captained the team to 2 North of Scotland Cups and 1 Highland League Cup in the early 1960s. He is the midfielder who received the most votes overall. Please put your hands together for the late, great Chick Allen. And completing your midfield of 4 alongside Ian Gibson, Ronnie Sharp and Chick Allen. As a winger, wide midfield player they would be in today's game. He set up both goals in the 1976 Championship playoff win against Fraserburgh and won the Inverness Cup in 1977. He's the 4th and final member of your Team of the Century midfield. Let's hear it please for Mr. Stan Brown! Stan, you're a word or two, I'm sure. You see many of your teammates on that wonderful, wonderful side are here this afternoon. Happy times.
Happy times. I just can't believe this. We worked hard as a team, trained hard, played hard and drank hard eventually after the game with Dave Cochran, led us astray. But it was good times. But present day, you see how many players, the skill now, the work hard. I'm honoured to get this trophy. I think Nairn's had so many good players over the years. And I've talked to a lot of the older ones. You could have picked any 4 from 100. There's been that many good players. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legend is Stan Brown. A wonderful midfield 4, Ian Gibson, Ronnie Sharp, the late great Chick Allen and Stan Brown, ladies and gentlemen. We are indeed honoured. Well done and congratulations. An attack of the nominations for the front 2 in Nairn County's Team of the Century. And the nominations based on your votes for John McIntosh, the late great Davy Johnston, Hugh Tom, Alec Gordon, Super Norman MacDonald, Nairn's own Pelly, Steve Patterson, John Teasdale, the man who went on to play for Scotland, John McGinley, Ian Brooks, and the double Highland League Footballer of the Year, Conor Gethens. First striker in our front pairing in Nairn County's Team of the Century. He scored an incredible 108 goals in 108 games for the club to date, and is the reigning back-to-back Highland League Player of the Year. It is, of course, Conor Gethens. Congratulations, Conor. Graham's determined to get rid of those little bits of white stuff, isn't he? As soon as anyone goes away with a salver. Boys are just chucking them in the bucket when they get up the back, you know. A wonderful side thus far, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, in your first 11, your Nairn County Team of the Century. The first 100 years of Nairn County in what is now the Scottish Highland Football League, and joining Conor Gethens in the attack. It's a man who accumulated the most votes in the entire voting process. 279 goals for Nairn County in 286 appearances over 3 spells in the 60s and the 70s, including a club record 73 in season 63-64. He also won 2 North of Scotland Cups and 1 Highland League Cup before bowing out with the Championship Heroes of 1976. We're better placed to finish your Nairn County first 11 of the century, the late, great Davy Johnston! And we are hopeful, I think his son Kevin, and Davy's son Kevin is here to play. Kevin. Ladies and gentlemen, the record number of votes, the late great Davy Johnston! As we mentioned earlier, some wonderful, wonderful nominations throughout the side there in your first 11, and even selecting the 5 substitutes for the team. And if I could ask you just to show your appreciation with your applause, please, for the substitutes, the next 5 in line in your team of the century. The goalkeeper, Kenny McKenzie. Alec Young. Wayne McIntosh. John McGinley. And Mo McMillan. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of your organisers, big thank you for your voting. Your Nairn County Team of the Century is Richard Konzak, Harry McFadden, Sally Forsyth, Andy Cadenhead, Davy Cochran, Ian Gibson, Ronnie Sharp, Chick Allen, Stan Brown, Conor Gethens, and Davy Johnston. Could we ask, please, our team to come forward for their photo opportunity? Team of the Century, to the front of the room, please.